So, a couple of days ago, I watched Netflix's latest movie, War Machine. Now, I went into this movie completely and utterly blind. I had not seen a trailer, anything. Literally, all I'd seen is just this poster image on Netflix's, we recommend you watch this thing on their homepage. And honestly, I would recommend that is how you watch it. But basically, if you do want some idea of what this movie is about, so how the film started, I thought it was kind of going to be a parody of, well, not a parody, but like a sort of thing like Top Gun, because Alan Richardson enrolls to kind of be this ranger in the US Army, and he initially kind of goes off to sort of their training camp. So I thought it was then kind of going to be a similar situation to Top Gun, where a lot of the movie is then about him like training to go on this mission, and then they fight this big giant robot. That's not really what happens at all. This movie is far more akin to the original Predator movie, of kind of having these military men be stalked by this nigh unstoppable force. And the way they did this alien robot is really cool. Because if you sort of think of the AT-STs from Star Wars, it's basically one of them, but like turned up to 11. It is a very cool character design, and I also like the way they made this robot think, because it kind of has one of them like adaptive things. So initially it starts attacking the army people with its weakest weaponry. And then gradually it will use stronger and stronger weapons, the longer it, fails to defeat its prey. And I did think that the way they did that was actually very, cool. This movie also has, honestly, one of, the bleakest and ominous endings, of a film I have seen in a while. I don't know if this film is going to get a sequel. I would recommend you watch this movie, principally because I want this movie to do really well, so it gets a sequel. Because this film very much sets up that they then want to do kind of like an Independence Day-esque movie as kind of the sequel. And I would be absolutely down for that, to be honest. Alan Richardson is fine in this movie. I mean, he is just technically playing generic army action hero guy. You could have swapped him out with, Chris Hemsworth, Keanu Reeves, kind of, Tom Cruise when he was younger, kind of any of those actors, and realistically it wouldn't have made a difference. But, this isn't one of those films where you really watch it for the acting, if you know what I mean. The acting's perfectly passable, there's nothing wrong with the acting, but, since it is mostly just Alan Richardson, on his own for quite a lot of the movie, then, there's nobody he's really bouncing off of. So therefore there's not really that many, dialogue scenes in the movie at all. But as I said, I would recommend, I would definitely recommend watching this, and it's probably one of the better Netflix, original movies, because I've seen quite a lot of them. But most of them are, mid at best. Whereas I thought this movie was certainly better than mid. It's probably, one of the most 6 to 6.5 out of 10 movies I've ever seen.